Ladies and gentlemen, resident on the other side of tonight are incredible days filled with immense potential, pregnant with all sorts of awesome possibility. The mindset of a champion has been programmed to realize that it cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. You've got to reach deep down inside of you if you wish or desire to free yourself from the shackles of mediocrity.
Kenni Gambo is the author of the much-acclaimed books How to Achieve Your Dreams, Conquering the Odds, and the customer service book, Is This the Way to Treat a King? He is a renowned corporate motivational speaker, much respected for his dynamic insights and powerful... Are you having difficulties achieving your goals? Are the odds stacked against you, hindering your progress? Then order your copies of the books How to Achieve Your Dreams and Conquering the Odds for only R89.99. Remember to add 25 Rand for postage. It is guaranteed to ignite the flame of inspiration in you. Call 082 438 1333 now.
That we will do well to remember is the one of commitment. What is commitment? Many times I've had the question asked, what is commitment? I believe I will give you my definition of commitment, and from there I hope you will be able to grab something. I believe that commitment is to want something so bad that it hurts. Is to display commitment of the highest order. To purpose, to plan, and to live for it. To give your all to it, and if necessary, to die for it. However, to persist, wounded or not, doggedly pursuing the dream that will provide meaning to your existence. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my true definition of commitment. Now, nowhere have I seen commitment better displayed than in the case of Gideon Gono. Gideon Gono joined the Zimbabwean Reserve Bank as a T-boy when he was a young man. He was the first employee there in the mornings, and he'd be the last to leave. Gideon Gono made a good cup of tea. It wasn't very long before word started getting around about this determined T-boy. By night, Gideon Gono would study through correspondence. He enlisted at the Rapid Results College and became one of their top students. In no time at all, he had his A-levels. He proceeded on to university while still just a T-boy. And Gideon Gono completed his A-levels and also completed his degree. It wasn't long, ladies and gentlemen, before the experts of industry came calling. He joined the bank as an intern, working up his way up the ladder, rapidly progressing through the ranks. It wasn't long before this young man was appointed manager of the card division of the Commercial Bank of Zimbabwe. In no time at all, Gideon Gono became MD of CBZ, astounding many and confusing the skeptics who were arrayed against him. Ladies and gentlemen, shortly thereafter, with the indigenization of the Zimbabwean economy, a new bank was formed called the Jewel Bank. They asked Gideon Gono to become the chairman. This did not stop there. Gideon Gono was committed to his improvement and his empowering as an individual. Because shortly after that, Gideon Gono was approached by the president of his country to become the new governor of the Reserve Bank. Now consider this, from a cattle boy, from a rural village, working up his way up the corporate ladder, ladies and gentlemen, in a remarkably short time, to chairman of the governing bank of the country. Commitment of the highest order. Ever since his appointment, he has brought inflation down by 200% by stabilizing the foreign exchange market, clamping down on illegal forex dealers. No one escapes the claws of Gideon Gono. So the finance minister of that country can attest. He was arrested last month and is in prison currently awaiting trial. Head boy to governor of the central bank of your country. That is commitment unrivaled. This is what we need to do, and we can learn from this example that it does not matter where you begin. The end is all that matters. Commitment of the highest order. So if you have a dream and you have a vision and your goal, the plans that you had, what happened to the books that you wrote? What happened to the songs that are filed away somewhere, consumed by oblivion? Whatever happened to the business you wanted to start? Is it just going to stay an idea? Is it just going to stay something that never will transpire? Whatever happened to it? You see, we used to dream as children, and we used to run around, and I remember the teacher asking you in class, what do you want to be? And we would stand up all starry-eyed and just look into the distant yonder and declare boldly and proudly what we wanted to be. But ladies and gentlemen, life's treacherous complexities have knocked the stuffing out of most of us. Adults, don't dream anymore. Whatever your goal is, you've got to show commitment of the highest order. You've got to believe in it unreservedly. You've got to give it your all, ladies and gentlemen. And that way, your dream can come true.
Potential, pregnant with all sorts of awesome possibilities. The mindset of a champion has been programmed to realize that it cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. You've got to reach deep down inside of you if you wish or desire to free yourself from the shackles of mediocrity.
Kenni Gambo is the author of the much-acclaimed books How to Achieve Your Dreams, Conquering the Odds, and the customer service book Is This the Way to Treat a King? He is a renowned corporate motivational speaker, much respected for his dynamic insights and powerful...
Are you having difficulties achieving your goals? Are the odds stacked against you, hindering your progress? Then order your copies of the books How to Achieve Your Dreams and Conquering the Odds for only R89.99. Remember to add 25 Rand for postage. It is guaranteed to ignite the flame of inspiration in you. Call 082 438 1333 now.